Welcome. This is day 7 of me asking my mentor for a capital to trade with by proving that I am one of his top students. Yep. Let's go straight to the chart and let's see how our yesterday prediction played out. I took one trade, which is GBP and let me tell you why I took it. I already predicted it on yesterday video, on the day 6 video, and it did exactly as I said. So I entered the trade, I lost. It is what it is, part of the game, they say. So we're just gonna move on. Okay. Price was around this level. I told you guys I was gonna expect for price to come back, reject this area of interest, reject from the EMA, and as you can see, daily formed the perfect rejection as I wanted. In on the yesterday daily candlestick, I was expecting for price to come back, reject from this round psychological level, and they keep going to the upside. That was my expectation on the daily time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, I told you guys I would love if price could have, a body closure above this structure point, but it never did. But still, I liked how the daily formed the rejection candlestick. So I told you guys on the 4-hour I'm gonna wait for price to pull back to this structure point or from to this EMA or to this round psychological level, and if you give me the rejection, the bullish rejection candlestick as I wanted, then I told you guys I would enter the trade. And as you can see, it formed this bullish rejection candlestick, and this candlestick have been formed on pre-London session, which is a perfect timing to enter the trade. So I automatically took this trade, and I got stopped out. Yep, there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it. AUD and AUD. I've been predicting this shit starting from around this level. You can go check it out. I've been predicting from here, bro. If I've been catching all of the move, if I could have entered this, the first engulfing, my first entry, break, retest, morning star formation, I could have entered here, break, retest, I could have entered here, break, retest, I could have entered here, bro. Jesus Christ. These two, they are not a perfect, they were very quick. Okay, let me explain how I missed out this, because I told you guys I was waiting for price to give me a deeper pullback, have a body closure. I was expecting it to have a body closure retest on this area of interest, to retest from the structure points, to retest from this EMA round psychological level, to give me the rejection. Then I would be interested to take the trade right here. Then yeah, just to expect the upward move. I expected this to happen, but I wanted for the retest to be, a little bit of deeper, but it never gave me deeper pullback. It just kept going to upside. It was very quick. Did not expect that to happen. Right here, I'm not stupid. I can, it will not make no sense. My final take profit is around this level. This level means, this black line means this structure point. I told you, from starting from this level, if I enter this my trade over here, I told you the first take profit level will be around this level, because this is where price could have some kind of rejection. It have the chance of having reaction from this level, and if I enter there, the round psychological the risk to reward ratio will not make any sense. So I did not take this trade at all. And yeah, this was a beautiful clean price action, textbook setup. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Just kept going to the upside. Yeah, these two I don't bother, because they were very quick, just a weak retest. But this one, perfect entry. Higher high, higher low, morning star formation, perfect entry. Another perfect entry. I could have catch these two easily. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I only took GBPCHF, I didn't take the other trades. Now, this one formed the higher high, having a body structure, having a body closure above the structure point, and I was expecting for price to give me a little bit of a weak pullback, you know, and reject from this area of interest, reject from the round psychological level, and they keep having the to keep going to the upside. But as you can see, price was rejecting this upward, you know, resistance level. It have been used as resistance previously as a support. Now it's again being used as a resistance. So on the 4 hour, I honestly didn't take this trade just because of that, because price already reacted from this area of interest, as you can see, from this area of interest. And you know, I expected that price, this downward wick is not strong enough just to break above, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, I need for some kind of a body closure on this area of interest, then I need for some kind of rejection to happen. Then after that, if I enter the trade, it could have the potential, you know, or the strength to break above this area of interest. So, you know, body retest and weak retest, they are different things. Weak retest is not a strong retest. You need, for a strong retest, you need a body closure retest. Then after the body closure retest, you need the rejection candlestick to happen. Then after the rejection, that is the strong, that's where the strong movement is gonna come, after the rejection happened, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so and it already reacted from this area with this wick, so you know, it's not safe to enter this trade around this level. So the safest way is to wait for price to come back here, give me the rejection to take the trade to upside. Even if I enter a trade over here, my first take profit level is gonna be, obviously the resistance level around here. This is gonna be my first take profit level, obviously. Yeah, right, because price have been rejecting it previously. So you don't want to be, you know, delusional and put some kind of take profit around this level, because as you can see, whenever price reach here, it's rejecting. Whenever we are above, we are rejecting. Whenever we are below, we are rejecting. So we are seeing all of this rejection from this area. And why would you expect for price to have some kind of miracular breakout just because you entered the trade? It doesn't work like that. Okay, so yeah, I already explained what I'm gonna expect for next time anyways. So the reason why I did not enter is that just because it's at that area and it's rejecting, but it actually gave the entry. You know, I could have entered around this level. This is a clean bullish doji, rejecting from the round psychological, rejecting from the area of interest, rejecting from the EMA. This would have been a perfect entry. I did not take a trade because, as I told you on the first, it reached this resistance level and it have been rejecting it. So I didn't want to be delusional and take this trade. And also, I was also in GBP CHF, so I don't open two positions at the same time unless it's perfect. You know, if they are both A++ setups, I might take position. I might take two positions at the same time, but most of the time I don't do that. So by that reason, we avoided that. And also the third reason is they are both CHF. So you know, all I need to do is take only one of them. If this one have the move, this is gonna have the move, so I don't have to put a risk on the same pairs, because if I'm wrong about this is also CHF, so they are gonna go down together. I'm expecting buys on both of them, so whichever make it clean, whichever give me the clean entry, which was GBP CHF better than AUD CHF, so I enter GBP CHF. If I was wrong on say GBP CHF, good, I will lose my risk, no problem, we will move on. But if I risk both on USD CHF and GBP CHF, they are both like it. Okay, let me make it clean. It's like opening two position on GBP CHF because they are both correlated and they are moving on the same direction. So you know, it's gonna be being stupid taking this pose at the same time. You know, the smartest thing to do is, if you wanna take both, then if you are risking 2%, then split the risk and take AUD CHF with 1% and take GBP CHF with 1%. But you do not wanna take GBP CHF with 2% and also AUD CHF with 2%, because if they go wrong, you're gonna lose 4% and that's gonna ruin you. You know, you have to be really smart. Okay, NZD card price came back to this area. It did not have a body closure below, which was really, I liked it because it looks like it was forming the inverted left head and the right shoulder. I thought from here price is gonna have the move. It kind of have the move for a short time. I could have caught some beautiful trade around here, but I did not expect this to happen. I was expecting for price to continue to go to the upside. And on the 4 hour, as you expect, as I told you, price had the breakout. Then I was expecting for price to come back, retest this area of interest. Then as you can see, price gave me the retest and it just kept going to the upside. And honestly, if I was looking at it, I swear I'm not gonna lie, I would take this trade and I would win, because this happened, this body closed on 2 hour. This doji happened on pre-London session. This closed on 8 o'clock, which is a pre-London session. I would have entered this trade. Stop loss would have been below this week, maybe give it a good breathing room, and my first take profit level would have been around this level. So I would have closed around this area. I would catch 1 to 2 beautiful trade. It have the break, it have the retest, and they gave me the rejection on 2 hour, and price played out perfectly. And so I told you I did not enter it because I was focused on GBP and I missed out on this one. I would have closed at this area because, as you can see, whenever price reached this area, it's rejecting. Whenever it reached here, rejecting. Whenever we are above, we are rejecting. We are below, we are rejecting. So definitely when I reach this area, and especially after I see this doji candlestick formation, which is a clear confirmation or clear indication of price rejecting the area of interest, I would definitely close my trade around this area and I would have cashed this trade. But it is what it is. Sometimes you pick the wrong trade. All of the analysis you do, for example, let's say you do 4 analysis and the two played out perfect, or okay, let's say the 3 played out perfectly and 1 played out on the wrong side, and you are unlucky and you choose the one that played out on the wrong side and you lose with it. It's okay, it happens. The only way to prevent this is nothing. There is no way of preventing this. Just know how to manage risk, and that's how you're gonna survive on this game. Okay, courtesy chief. By the way, I'm telling you from what I heard, not from what I experienced. Okay, I'm not profitable yet. I mean, I'm still a demonstrator, sadly. Okay, courtesy chief. As you can see, price was forming left head, and I was expecting this would have been the right shoulder. It formed the higher high, higher low, the rejection. I loved this trade very much. I love this setup. It was really beautiful. I swear I did not take it. Why? Because over here, after price have a body closure above the structure point, what I was expecting was for price to come back here, retest this structure point, and retest this EMA, the 4-hour EMA, and I was expecting for price to give me some kind of rejection on this area, but as you can see, price just keep going to the outside without giving me any kind of stop. So yeah, I did not take the trade, and like that, just like that, we avoided loss. By being patient, you will avoid a lot of loss, guys. So be patient. Okay, now let's go to our next prediction. This one, it have a body for today. Let's do our prediction. This one, it have a body closure below the structure point, making this the lower low, and this one as a lower high, or this one if you wanna take it, or this one, or this one. Anyways, I'm not interested. I will wait for price to reach this level and give me a rejection to take the sell, because or if this daily candlestick, if it have a body closure above this structure once again, then I'm gonna wait for the retest to here to take the buys. Until you do that, I'm not gonna be interested at all. So we're gonna be patient and wait and see how this daily candlestick is gonna close. Okay, this one also, if it have a body closure right like that, exactly like that, then I'll be interested for the sale. I'll wait for some kind of pullback to this area of interest, and it looks like it looks like it's forming left head in the right shoulder. If you see it, left head, right shoulder, then I'm gonna wait for price to retest the neckline of it, and yeah, I'll look for sale. The only way I'm gonna be interested on the sale right here is if and only if we have a body closure below the higher low. As you can see, this was the lower, it was forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This was the lower low, this was the lower high. Price of a body closure above. Okay, then this become the higher low, this become the higher high. Now if price have a body closure below the higher low, price this market is gonna completely shift structure to bearish. Then this will become the lower low, this will become the lower high. We're gonna wait for the lower high to form, because this is the lower high, the lower low formed. We don't wanna take the sale on the lower low. We are gonna wait for the new lower high to be formed, then we are gonna take the trade to catch the new lower low all the way to the downside. So we are gonna wait until this daily candlestick have a body closure below the higher low point. If it have that, we will look for some kind of pullback to take the sale. Okay, this one is also not a bad trade, I'll say. Can I do something like that? Can I wait. Can I please? Yeah, I can. Who's gonna stop me, huh? Alright, no problem, huh? Yep, no problem. I'm gonna remove you respectfully. My arms are okay, top gain, resistance, that's okay. Here, I'm still interested on this trade. The only way I'm gonna be interested is I'm gonna wait for this one to close exactly like this. I don't want it to close below this structure point. I want it to close exactly like this. Then for the next daily, I'm gonna wait for some kind of another, maybe bullish engulfing or something like equal tweezer top, whatever you wanna call it, some kind of a bullish rejection candlestick that's gonna confirm me that it's respecting this area. Then on the next daily, if it after that rejection daily candlestick body closure format, on the next daily I'm gonna wait for some kind of entry on the 4 hour and on the lower time frame, 4 hour and below that I'm gonna wait for the entry. So for today I'm not interested. This one really, bro, this is disappointing, bro. Price just kept giving me the entry and I was not able to enter it. Really sad. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna keep going to upside. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna take this trade. I missed out. It is what it is. Goodbye, DNSD. You have been a beautiful setup for this week, but I was not smart. Not smart. I was not lucky enough. There's no luck on this game. Okay, I'll say that. Anyways, my mistake. I will accept. I will take the responsibility of it. Anyways, okay, GBCHF for today, I'm not interested. I will never, as I told you guys, to take a buy. I want to see the previous daily candlestick to have some kind of a bullish candlestick body closure. I will never take a buy after a bearish doji candlestick. Same goes for the sale also. I want to see some kind of a bearish candlestick to take the sale. I don't want to see a bullish candlestick to take the sale, the previous daily candlestick. Okay, right now it looks beautiful, I'm not gonna lie, because it looks like this is forming another let me tell you, this become, let's say this become the lower low, this become the lower high in price of the higher high, higher low, now rejecting from the EMA, rejecting from round psychological level, and it's forming this bullish rejection candlestick. Okay, sometimes you have to break your rule when you see really beautiful setup on the 4 hour. Sometimes you might not wait for what you wait for daily candlestick to give you, because this is left head, right shoulder. Really, this is really beautiful area to take the sale, to take the buy. Stop loss will be below this week, below the EMA, below the round psychological level. If you wanna be safe, you can put it around here, but it's gonna be really big. I don't wanna go that far. And the first take profit level is gonna be the same one, maybe around the upper week. Yeah, but I don't like this, you know. You don't want to see bullish bearish doji to you don't want to see the previous daily candlestick having bearish doji body closure to take the buy. I don't like this. But I mean, the 4 hour is really clean. It's gonna close within 28 minutes. I don't like it that much, but okay, let me just put it here. I'll look at it and I'll see what I'm gonna do. This one, oh my god, this is really beautiful. This would have been really beautiful setup. I catch this sell over here. I catch this one. I mean, I don't wanna say this. I catch, you know, this is some kind of break-even trade. Yeah, if I keep holding, man, nigga, break retest. If I catch this one, you know, if I enter this one, man, nigga, and price gave me another, came back again, rejected, give me the bearish doji, give me my evening star formation, man, nigga, I just kept going to the downside. I'm not interested. The only way I'm gonna be interested is if we actually make it back to this area and have a body closure rejecting from the area of interest in the image. Then after that I'm gonna wait for bearish doji rejection candlestick or bearish pin bar or bearish engulfing to happen. Then after that I'm gonna be interested. I don't wanna take this trade just based on the weak pullback, because the previous daily candlestick it closed as a bullish engulfing candlestick. As I told you guys, you never wanna take a sell after previous daily candlestick closes as a bullish engulfing. As you can see over here, price of the body closure retesting this area of interest. After that, price formed the rejection. That is where you're gonna look for your entry. Now it formed the engulfing. I'm gonna wait for the rejection to happen. Then after the rejection, that's where I'm gonna look for my entry. So I'm gonna be patient and wait for my rejection to happen. This daily, okay, this price formed the lower low, formed the lower high, kind of rejected from this structure point. Now it's forming the engulfing. I'm gonna wait in this. I'm gonna wait until price have a body closure below this area of interest in round psychological level. Then on the next daily, I'm gonna wait for the weak pullback, then go to the 4 hour and the lower time frame and look for entry. So I'm gonna wait for this one, and it is beautiful. If it closes as in bearish engulfing candlestick, tomorrow I'll be definitely interested to take the sale. Tomorrow it is Friday, I think, right? Maybe I might not take any trade tomorrow. God give me some trade for today. This one also, I told you go check the previous video. I'm gonna wait for price to come back to this area and have a body closure. Then I'm gonna wait for some kind of rejection. Then if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna wait for price to reach this area. Okay, this is why you need to be patient for the rejection to happen. Just because price reach this area, it doesn't mean it's gonna rejected by the week. I mean, we don't predict that. We want for the market to show us its hand first before we keep going. You know, you don't wanna predict the hand. You wanna see the hand, then you are gonna follow it. Okay, that's what we gonna do. So this one, I think price is gonna make it back to this level. So as long as it doesn't come back to this area, or as long as it doesn't have the break and have a body closure below this area of interest, I'm not gonna be interested. So if it have the pullback to this area, I'm gonna wait. After it reach this area, I'm gonna wait for the rejection to happen, then I will look for the sale. Or if it have a body closure below, then I will go to the 4 hour, and if you give me a clean pullback and a clean entry, just let me make it clean. If I got a clean break and retest on the 4 hour and on the daily, clean body closure below the area of interest on the 4 hour, clean break and retest, then if I got the rejection on the 4 hour over here, then I might be interested for the sale. But the more, you know, the cleanest setup will be waiting for price to reach this area of interest, then wait for the rejection to happen, then to look for the sale. Okay, USD CAD. All right, USD CAD, it formed this evening star formation. Looks like it's starting to have the downward move. Can I be interested for some kind of counter trade? No, I'm not gonna be interested for some kind of counter trade. I'm gonna wait until price reach this level, or break and retest. Maybe I'll wait. Yeah, it's not a clean setup for today. Yep. Okay. What did we say? We have a body closure above the structure point. We are gonna wait for price to come back, reject from this area of interest, and give us the rejection. And would you look at that? Would you look at that, guys? Even on the 4 hour, it looks really clean. Maybe if you wanna call this lower low, lower high, lower low, looks like it's having the body closure above the structure point, which is beautiful. Then if this daily candlestick closes with some kind of rejection, I want this daily candlestick to close by leaving a wick to the upside, some kind of body closure around this level, and the rest of the upward will be a body closure. The wick left, the upward wick, somewhat wick will be lifted to the upside. Then I want it to have a little bit of a small bullish pin bar body closure on this area. Then on the 4 hour, I want the 4 hour to start having the pullback today. Then tomorrow I'm gonna wait for price to reach this area, reject from the EMA, reject from the structure point, then wait for some kind of rejection to happen to this area on the 4 hour, some kind of bullish pin bar, bullish doji. Then I'm gonna be interested for the buys from this area. So for today I'm not interested. As long as it doesn't have the body closure, we can't call it a rejection, okay? Because from here price might leave this, or price might leave all of this blue as a wick, and it might close as a bearish engulfing and boom. So to confirm that it's actually rejecting, we need to wait for it to have a body closure, which is going to take 16 hours. So I'm not interested for today, just for today. Okay, this one now, this is looking absolutely beautiful too. With have the lower low, having the lower high, rejecting from this area of interest, rejecting from the daily EMA. Now I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure. If it closes below this area of interest, below the EMA as a doji candlestick, then maybe I'm gonna go to the 4 hour tomorrow and look for entry. If I get a clean entry tomorrow, then I'm gonna expect for price to keep going to the downside. This is not a bad setup, it looks good. Yep. We are gonna wait for the body closure rejection. Yes. Okay. Price is leaving us. Yep. And there is nothing we're gonna do about it. Yeah, I'm not interested. If it have a body closure, then maybe tomorrow wait for the big pullback, retest from the structure point to take the sell. Yeah, maybe not that clean, but I'll see. I'll check it out. Okay, this one. Okay, what are we doing? Do we have any kind of, can we use this area as a rejection? Yes. This is not a bad area of interest, as you can see. Not gonna lie, this is not a bad area of interest. Do we have any rejection previously from this? Okay, we definitely have strong area of interest on this area. Okay, very clean rejection. Yeah, we never reached this level. Yeah, this is clean. This is really clean. Yeah, price came back retesting this area of interest, and previously it also had a lot of another rejections. So do we have a clean setup on the 4 hour? Nope. I'm not interested. I'm not interested for today. Why? Because price on the 4 hour is clearly bearish. This is the lower high, this is the lower low. Price can easily reject from this previous lower low point and keep going to the downside, so I'm not interested. The only way I'm gonna be interested is if price have a body closure above this shifting structure to bullish, then wait for price to come back, then take the trade to the upside. So let me tell you this. If the daily is bullish, you wanna see a bullish structure on the 4 hour also to be even slightly interested to take the buy, okay? If you see bullish on the daily and if you see bearish on the daily, clean bearish structure on the 4 hour, I mean, yeah, on the 4 hour clean bearish structure and on the daily clean bullish structure, bro, you don't wanna be trading this setup, okay? Just leave it. You don't wanna trade this pair. Just find a pair that both the daily and the 4 hour is going on the same direction. You wanna follow the trend. Yep. This one, I was waiting for price to pull back to this area, deeper pullback, retest this strong area of interest around psychological level, the EMA. But as you can see, price didn't wanna make. Do you wanna do that? If this candlestick is not strong, or if the next daily, if it could have give me the, oh my god, English, come on please, if it could have give me a deeper pullback to test this area interesting the round psychological level, I might be interested to take the buy. But as you're gonna see, price is just leaving, it said goodbye, said bye bye, kind of, oh, this is beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. On any For any reason, I don't think it will happen, but I don't know. I mean, you can never predict everything here on this market. But if it could have give me some kind of pullback to this area or to this structure point, some kind of higher low pullback, discount, whatever you wanna call it, then I will definitely be interested to take the buy from this level. Yeah, I'm gonna wait, okay? It's leaving, which sucks. I would love for it to have some kind of deeper pullback. Come on, man. Okay, I'll look at it, okay? I'll look at it. Maybe it should give me. Okay, price came back, rejected from this area. This is a strong area of interest. It just kept rejecting from me, bro. Now it's coming back to this structure point. Okay, I'm gonna wait. If price give me a rejection body closure from this structure point, then on the 4 hour, if I got a clean setup tomorrow, after this daily closes as a bearish, tomorrow on the 4 hour, I will go in there. I might look for some kind of entry on the 4 hour. If it give me clean entry on the 4 hour, yeah, maybe. If I have some kind of body closure below the structure point, then some kind of pullback, then some kind of rejection, then I might be interested to take the sale from this level up to this level. We're gonna wait and see if the daily is gonna close as a rejection or not. Okay. Euro GBP. Euro GBP, as we can see, price formed the high. Did we have a shift to structure? Yeah, I'll call this as an elbow. Lower low, lower high, lower low. This was the lower high, this was the lower low. Price of a body closure came back, rejecting from this area of interest also. Let me remove this, kind of making my chart looks ugly. I want my chart to look really clean. Just clean price action, okay? Price formed the higher high, higher low. Now I'm gonna wait for this to close as like this, okay? If it close exactly like this, it will be really beautiful. Doji, bullish pimba, whatever you wanna call it, it's gonna prove us that it's rejecting from this area of interest. Do we have any kind of psychological label? No, we don't. No, we don't. It's okay. If I have this body closure, then tomorrow on the 4 hour, I'll look for some kind of entry while the daily forms the downward wick. Then I'll try to take the trade up to this level. I'll take the buy. I'll try to take the buy. Yep. So I'm interested on the buy on Euro GBP. This one, yeah, it's rejected from the first structure point, rejected from the EMA. Just keep going to the downside. I'm not interested. You can do whatever you want to do. Euro USD. Euro USD. Okay. What do we have? Price came back once again without shifting structure. This is the lower high, this is the lower low. Anything that happened between the lower high and the lower low is just a market structure. It's not higher higher low, it's nothing. Now price came back, now it's giving me the first rejection candlestick again, once again, exactly as it formed from this area. So what I'm gonna wait will be the same thing as I was waiting on this area. I'm gonna wait for it to close. Then if it close exactly like that, you know, if you just keep going to the downside and close as a very strong bearish engulfing, I missed out, I can't do anything about it. But if it close exactly like this, then I'm gonna wait for the next daily to give me a weak pullback, exactly like this daily candlestick give the weak pullback, then to retest from this structure point once again. Then I'll go to the 4-hour and look for some kind of rejections, and I'll try to take the sale. Yeah, try to take the trade. Okay, price never made it back down to this area. Just keep going to the upside, form the higher high, higher low, retesting this previous higher high point in this area of interest. Also, do we have round psychological level? Yes, we do. 0.9200. Let's mark it out. Let's mark it out. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Rejecting that. Is the 4-hour clean? Yep. 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 I think it's not gonna have a body closure, because this is the higher low in never shift structure while it's having the pullback. Bro, this is where exactly I would have entered this trade. This is where you should enter this trade. Or maybe now when it have a body closure, you can enter this trade and put your TP around this level. This is a beautiful setup, you know. I don't think, you know what's gonna happen, you know what I expected it to happen. Price formed here, price formed the higher high, price formed the higher low. Then you see this strong bullish engulfing candlestick without giving me any kind of stop, you know. Here it never gave me some kind of rejection. So I think price is gonna keep doing that. That's what I expect. It formed the higher high, higher low. Normally I should have waited for some kind of rejection to happen here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's just gonna keep going to the upside by forming a strong bullish engulfing candlestick. Why did I say that? Because the 4-hour is really clean, plus it is in never shifted structure. This is the higher high, higher low, formed the pullback. It gave me the first rejection, beautiful. It gave me the pullback again. It gave me another rejection candlestick, or an engulfing candlestick, another entry. It's gonna close within 11 minutes. On the 2-hour also, as you can see, it's still bullish, higher high here, higher low here. Price came back, gave the first entry, pulled back, another entry, pulled back, another perfect entry, retesting from the area of interest, the EMA, the round psychological level, forming a beautiful morning star formation. Now it formed another bullish candlestick, you know, confirming that this momentum is gonna keep going to the upside. So you know what I'm gonna wait for. As you can see on the 1-hour, it looks like it's forming left head in the kind of right shoulder. So I'm gonna wait for price to come back to this area, for give me another higher low. You know, just forget the price action that happened before this, and let's call this lower low, lower high, lower low. It's not that. Just for the prediction. Okay guys, do you understand me? Okay, let's call that. Okay, this was the lower high. Let's say this is the lower high, this is the lower low. Price formed the higher high. Always we need the what? The higher low to happen. I'm gonna wait for price to come back to this area around this level to reject from the 1-hour EMA also. Then I will look to take this buy. And while it gives me that, and as you can see on the 4-hour, it's gonna look like just a weak. On the 4-hour, it's gonna look like some kind of weak pullback, touch this structure point, reject from it, and keep going to the upside. For the 4-hour, it's gonna look like just a weak pullback, but for 1 hour, we're gonna have the higher low formation to this structure point, to previous structure point, reject from this structure point also, and reject from the 1 hour EMA, then we are gonna be interested for the buys when price reach this level. This is really beautiful setup. Yeah, the daily is not, it is not good, but it's not also bad. It's just not bad, you know. It's not perfect. The perfect one is always when price formed the higher high, higher low in, after give me the rejection on the next daily, wait for the weak pullback and take the trade. This is the perfect daily price action what I want to see. But taking a trade after the bearish candle format, this is not a perfect, but as you can see, the bearish candle, it's not even an engulfing candlestick. It did not, you know, outreach the, you know, this bullish engulfing. This is just, it's not even halfway. It's like 40%. Bearish, this bearish candle, it covered the 40% of the previous strong bullish engulfing. So this is telling us that the buyers are still on control. Okay, and the 4 hour is giving me perfectly what I wanted. 2 hour is giving me perfectly what I wanted. 1 hour, all I'm gonna wait is for the higher low to form. So you know, I'm having a perfect clean entry on the lower time frames also. So I'll be interested to take the trade if 1 hour gives me the pullback as I wanted. This one, I'll still be patient. I'm gonna wait for it to give me a pullback to this area, or if it have a body closure above, I'm gonna wait again for the pullback to retest this previous structure point and to take the buy. So I'm either gonna wait for the break-in retest to take the buy, or I'm gonna wait for the deeper pullback to this area to take the buy. Okay. Okay, this one, price reached this area of interest, gave me the rejection. I've been predicting this since what, last week I think. Price was around this area. I'm gonna wait for price to come back to this area. As you see, price came back, gave me the rejection. This, we can take this also as rejection, because this bullish doji, it's also rejection, but it's not clean rejection. You know, we wanna see a bearish doji, something like this right around this area. On the 4 hour, did we have a clean? Now we are having a very clean shift of structure. If we call this a higher low, higher high, you can see price having a shift of structure. We are gonna wait for it to come back to this area, give me rejection, then to take the sell to the downside. So I'm gonna wait until this daily candlestick have a body closure. If it closed like this, forming evening star formation, or then tomorrow I'm gonna wait for it to have a weak pullback, then I'll go to the 4 hour and look for my entry. This one, yeah, nothing. I'm gonna wait for it to give me a pullback to this area. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going to the upside. Whenever we are below, we are going down. We are going down. So I'm gonna wait for it to give me a pullback, come back, retest this round psychological level, retest this area of interest, give me rejection to take the trade to the upside. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Okay, this one, we are still bullish. This is the higher high, this is the higher low, and it looks like price is starting to have the new higher high move, but I'm gonna stay patient. I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure above this area of interest. Then if it have the body closure, I'm gonna wait for the retest to take the trade to the upside. So we are gonna wait for the body closure. This one formed the bearish engulfing, they gave me the weak pullback, rejecting the area of interest, and would you look at that, keeps going to the downside. Nothing, there is nothing I can do about it. Missed out, no problem. Goodbyes, goodbye. This one I'm not interested. I will either wait for price to actually have a body closure here and give me some kind of rejection shift of structure on this area of interest, reject from this round psychological level to be slightly interested for the buy, or have a break and retest, then give me rejection from this area, then I'll be interested for the sell. Yep, that's all I'm gonna wait for. NZD USD. Now would you look at that? Price gave me the pullback, price gave me the break, retest gave me the rejection, rejecting from the round psychological level, rejecting from the area of interest, then goodbyes. Goodbyes. As you can see, this one also higher high, higher low, higher high, some kind of shift to structure. I'm gonna wait for the pullback. if you made it back to this area once again to retest some kind of not a beautiful but left head in the right shoulder, if you give me the pullback again, reject from the structure point around psychological level in the area of interest, I might be interested for the sale. So I'm gonna wait for it to have, you know, some kind of body closure around this level by leaving the downwards side as a weak. Then I'm gonna go to, then tomorrow I'm gonna go to the lower time frame and wait for it to have some kind of upward weak pullback, then to take the sale from this area. Or if it's just gonna keep going to the downside, I'm gonna wait for the break and retest, then retest the structure point. Then I might gonna be, you know, this is a very strong area of interest. Whenever we are below, we're going down, above, we are going up, above, we are going up. So if you have a body closure, I will wait for the retest, I will wait for the rejection, then I'm gonna look for the sale. GBP card in other hand, come back, rejected from this structure point. Now I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure. If it have a body closure below the area of interest, below the EMA, forming evening star formation, forming engulfing candlestick, then tomorrow I'm gonna wait for the weak pullback, reject from this area of interest once again, reject from the EMA, from this daily EMA, then I would look for entry on the 4-hour and on the other lower time frames. All right, price came back to this area beautifully as I was expecting. It gave me the rejection. It's having some kind of move already, but I'm not interested because this market is shifted structure to bullish, so it have a lot of chance of coming to this area, reject from this EMA, reject from this structure point to keep going to the upside. So I'm not interested, just not yet. I want a shift of structure. I don't know how it's gonna form me. Maybe if it closes exactly like this, then new higher high being formed. Then after that, maybe if it have a body closure below the higher low point, you know, just some kind of shift of structure around this level to be interested for the sale. As long as it doesn't give me that, I'll not be interested on this trade. Card CHF, nothing, as I told you. I'm gonna wait for the body closure here too. So the only trade that I am gonna be interested is GBP in USD. But am I gonna wait? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna give me. I don't think it's gonna give me, but let me just mark it out. We have around psychological level 2 around this level, so I'm gonna mark it out. If we have some kind of pullback to this area, let me know. Do we have any other alerts? Yeah, okay, only GBP. Then GBP CHF, okay, within 1 minute is gonna close. Bro, this is where exactly I would want to enter this trade. Should I enter? Should I not? God, they are both CHF. One thing that I like, they are both euro in, as you can see. I mean, previously on my previous knowledge, euro and GBP, you know, they move really identical most of the time because they are both, you know, Europe currencies. Euro, it is for the Europes, and GBP, it's for Great Britain. They are both Europe, so you know, when they are strong, they become strong together most of the time. When they are weak, they become weak together, and they have CHF. So I'm expecting buys on both of them. So this is confirming me that no, my prediction is some kind of right. You know, I told you previously, I don't want to take correlated pairs as a confluence, but you know, I feel good when I see I'm expecting the same thing on the same correlated pairs. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. So should I enter GBP on this area? Because this is exactly where I should have entered. Bro, I'm gonna debate myself. Nah, this is not clean, right? Because the daily bearish candle, bearish doji, it's not beautiful, but the 4-hour looks clean. So, and it came back and rejected from the round psychological also, so it could have the just the push already, could have that. In this one, in other hand, it never gave me the rejection, but This also, the 4 hour is clean, the lower time frame, all of them are clean. Both of these trades I am interested on the lower time frames. The daily time frame, it's not that clean. It is not bad, it is good on both of them, but I like the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour very much on both of them. So yeah, here I'm gonna wait for price to reach this level. Yeah, I should enter this one. This is more clean, I think, better than GBCHF. I think so. GVNZD, I don't think there's no way. I think you're gonna have the deeper pullback to this level. If you have that, then you will see. I'm gonna be interested for the buys. If you give me some kind of pullback to this level, or maybe a deeper pullback to this level, whatever, I'm gonna wait. Euro CHF, I think I should wait this Euro CHF to give me the entry. I think I should do that. I'm gonna wait for it to give me a pullback to this area of interest, to this, I mean not area of interest, to this structure point, reject from it, give me rejection from, touch this EMA, reject from this structure point to take the sale, I mean to take the buy, but price could just keep going to the upside from this by itself also. Oh my god, bro. I'm debating myself. I'm debating myself, really. As you can see, this one, it never have a body closure above the structure point. By Euro CHF, it have a body closure above. Okay, Euro CHF is more clean, right? Because GBP CHF, it's somewhere around this level. It didn't even have the body closure above the structure point. As you can see on GBP CHF, it didn't have a body closure above the structure point. To call it inverted head and shoulder, in it could, if it have a body closure above, then I would have wait for it to give me some kind of pullback to this structure point, reject from it, give me some kind of entry, then take the trade, but it never did that. Plus the previous daily formed a beige doji, which is not good at all. Euro CHF is more good, more clean. It's on the core area of interest. It have been rejected 1, 2, 3 times previously. Price formed a very strong engulfing in the yesterday candlestick. It doesn't even engulf half of it. You know, it's just 40% bearish rejection candlestick just to form the higher low. So this is more cleaner. What am I doing, bro? This is more cleaner. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be very patient. I have 3 hours left before London session opens, so I'm expecting for the first daily to give me bearish engulf this one, then the next to give me another bearish candle, then on the third one, if you give me the doji, bullish doji, bro, that will be perfect trade, perfect. Anyways, I'll be patient and wait until this level. If I miss out, I miss out. I don't care. I'm not gonna be interested on GBP I'm gonna be. I'll look at it. I'll look on GBP You know, let me just put this one. Yeah, I already put it. The stop loss will be over here. We will review it tomorrow. We will see how it played out. But I am more interested on Euro CHF for price to give me the pullback, give me weak pullback, reject on the 4 hour, reject from the structure point to keep going to the upside. This will be my first take profit level. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm gonna expect for. Say don't forget, guys. Say them fucking forget. I'm out. See ya, guys. See ya tomorrow. Bye.